Hey y'all, this message is gonna be real brief. Hold on, let me make sure my Bluetooth, because my camera mic connect to the car, and then I upload a video and you won't be able to hear me talking. All right, so yesterday, I went on a double date to this chicken spot in Lakewood, and they had artwork all over the place, and it was a lot of like paintings and quotes and sayings and their logo and what they're known for, which is chicken, right? So, mind you, on the way out, now this was after we done sat down, well, we ordered our food. It wasn't really like a formal like restaurant or nothing like upscale. It was just something real casual. You can really just call and get takeout and go home. But they do have a place where you can sit down with some friends and some people and eat and talk. Mind you, this was after I had their food. On the way out, I read a sign that said, "The best chicken in the world." And as I'm leaving, I'm just in my head like, if they thought that was the best chicken in the world, their confidence is through the roof. And it just made me think, what if we walked around with that same confidence within ourselves? How far could we go? How far could we go if we actually had that level of confidence in ourselves? So I wasn't planning on going live today. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had any energy lately. I've been exhausted. Okay, full transparency. I've been exhausted. Okay. My last video I had mentioned, when I get downloads and stuff, I will put it in my notes. I have a list in my phone, in my notes of messages. And so today I'm like, wow, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny outside. And I'm like going through my notes. And I'm like, one of them said, have ultimate confidence in yourself. And it immediately took me back to yesterday about seeing that sign about them being the best in the world. After I ate their food, like, y'all actually thought that was the best in the world? I'm like, look, but they succeeded in that and believe in that. They have grown into a successful business because they believed that their spot was the best spot in the world. Imagine if we believe that about ourselves. There's only one you. There is no duplicates. Can't nobody be you. You should never, ever compare yourself to anyone else, because the one thing that they can't never be is you. And as much as people try to copy you, as much as people try to copy your swag, your gifts, your walk, your talk, the way you dress, your anointing, your gifts, your abilities, the way you talk, the way you think, as much as people try to duplicate that or replicate that, the more unsuccessful they are. Because the one thing they can never be is you. So have ultimate confidence in yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Perfectionism is a disease. Okay? It's a disease. You know why? Because it limits you from doing or reaching or trying anything. It hinders you because you feel like, oh, everything have to be perfect. I have to find a perfect outfit. I have to look perfect. The graphics have to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. And it ain't gonna never be perfect. Okay? It ain't gonna never be perfect. So when people have that disease, it really hinders them from being authentic and just putting themselves out there and putting their work out there and putting who they are out there authentically, because they focused on everything being perfect. It got to be the perfect moment, the perfect time, the perfect scene, the perfect hair, the perfect makeup, the perfect nails, the perfect outfit. Everything has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, then, oh, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go through with it. And it's like, if you would have just, did what you was going to do, even though it wasn't perfect, it could probably go farther than you ever imagined. Just as it is, as you are. So just imagine, like, a lot of people live off of what other people think of them. To be honest with you, it don't matter what other people think of you. The only thing that matters is what you think. You are creating your reality. You are co-creating your reality. As a man thinketh, so is he. So he is. Whatever you think in your mind, that's what it is. We are manifesting every single day, every minute without even knowing it. We are manifesting. How is your energy? How do you feel? Walk around feeling like a millionaire long enough and watch it manifest. Walk around thinking depressed thoughts. Depression comes to you. Depressive situations come to you. I know, for example, I'm in school right now, right? I'm in grad school. I'm going to get my master's, and I got to read a lot. And there was a particular chapter I had to read about some case studies. And it was 3 of them. And by the time I got to the second one, I was like, I can't read no more. Because even though that probably was somebody's reality, it was so depressing that I just was like, I can't read no more. Because the more I read this sad, depressing story, the lower my vibration gonna be. The less energetic I'm gonna feel. So I just was like skimming through, and I did my little quiz, answered my questions, but I knew I had to stop. I knew I had to stop right where I was at, because I know my limits. And I'm like, okay, I can empathize, but I'm a human too. And I have to be careful of what I let into my mind, what I let into my members, or what I let into my gates, because what you put out, what you put in is what will come out. So if I'm putting in all these sad stories, which was at a point in time of my life was a thing where, it was this victim mentality. It was just a lot of dark, negative thoughts. And that would be my reality. But I tell you this, the moment I began to listen to podcasts, I began to listen to inspirational leaders and speakers, Sarah Jakes Roberts, reading self-help books, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra. The moment I start beginning to write down 5 things at the end of the night that I'm grateful for, keeping a journal at my bed every night, I'm writing down at least 5 things I'm grateful for, changed the whole narrative. It changed the whole narrative. And it's really simple things that we can do every single day to build ourselves up, to build our confidence, in ourselves. It's not about being self-centered. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about being cocky. It's being confident in the gifts and the abilities and the anointing that God gave you. And it's nothing selfish about that. It's nothing arrogant about that. You know, you can be confident in the Lord if that's what makes you more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, oh, you know, if you just not there yet, you know, if you one of those people, because I know a lot of older people who's like that, you know, real humble. You know, I'm humble, but I'm confident too. You can be humble and confident together. Okay. You know, so if that helps them, you know, I have confidence in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not have confidence in myself, but I have confidence in what the Lord can do for me or through me, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine, you know, because at the end of the day, we always surrender too much of our power. We give too much of our power away. And a lot of times we go to the Most High when the Most High is looking back at us like, use what I gave you. It's just like the story in Matthew of all the servants that had gifts. God gave them gifts, right? And it's like each one of them went out and multiplied their gifts, except for one. One said he made up an excuse. He couldn't use his gift. But the rest of them multiplied their gifts. They used what God had already given them. You get what I'm saying? You get the point that I'm trying to make? So a lot of times we relinquish our power over. And instead of walking in our confidence, we second guess ourselves. We overthink it. We care too much about what other people think. Always remind yourself that you are the co-creator of your reality. You are. So if somebody come around you with a lot of negative energy or just complaining about everything, or is on a low vibration, or is, you know, just negative and complaining about every little thing, or they in a bad mood, or they got into it with somebody, or something happened, or something is not going the way that they wanted to go right now in their life, and they come around you, you don't have to opt in on that. You do not have to subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to this channel though. No. But you don't have to subscribe to that channel. You can ultimately flip that and change that and be like, you know what? It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. You know, I need the vitamin D, you know, wherever you at in the world, you in Northeast Ohio, you know, we all lacking a little vitamin D in our system. Wow, it's a beautiful day. You know, it was raining. We had a snowstorm. It's been cloudy. But wow, look how beautiful it is. And you can find the smallest thing to magnify and be grateful for and shift that energy from something negative to something positive. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. There are people out here doing things and they're thriving that you can do 10 times better, 1,000 times better. But because you don't have the confidence in yourself, they winning and you losing because they believe in their abilities. You know, they believe that they may not be the best, but that don't stop them from going after whatever it is and thriving in it because they believe they can do it. Believing is the first step. You have to believe. You have to believe beyond what you can see. And that's another message that we won't go into right now. But all in all, have ultimate confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Because if you don't believe in you, nobody else will. Nobody else will believe in you. Have ultimate confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in the way that you think, in the way that you speak, in the way that you put things together, you know? Have confidence. Have confidence in that. It don't have to be perfect. It don't always have to look right. It don't always have to feel comfortable. Because I know a lot of times when I have to participate in class, when I have to write a post, or when I have no other choice but to share something, 9 times out of 10, I don't want to. Now, if it's something that I want to say or I want to share, I can do it. But if it's something that somebody is saying, hey, putting Sadie on the spot, hey, Sadie, what you think about this? Or can you elaborate on this? And it's something, I'm not really that passionate about it, but when I allow myself to open up and be like, you know what? Okay, what do I get out of this question? What do I get out of this concept? When I speak or when I elaborate on things, it go way better than I thought. And it's not about it going better. It's just about people being able to resonate with what I said. When I didn't even know what I was going to say. I just said my point of view, my perspective, my opinion. And people were like, that's a good point you made. And I'm just like, well, yeah. Because I wasn't that into it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to cap it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to top it at that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But hopefully, you'll see my face more often, because I have to give what God gives to me. And if I don't do that, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And this is my fulfillment. This is what fulfills me, is being able to open up, to share, and to live my life purpose. Get to know you. I took a lot of time off to focus on myself, to get to know myself and find my purpose and find, what am I supposed to be doing? Who am I? People know me as a sister, as a cousin, as a daughter, as a mother, as this, as that. But who am I really? And why am I really here? Like, I know my purpose. I know my life path. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm here to do. It's just a matter of doing it. All right, y'all. So we're going to leave it at that. I love you so much. Share it out with a couple people you feel like it'll resonate with. Thanks for watching to the end. Catch the replay. Feel free to drop some comments, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.